My sense of the word rape is anything that involves lack of consent.
I think that rape is sex when there isn't consent.
Sexual advance or conduct or touching, but I think the key is unwelcome, unwarranted, without consent.
In a sense, it's trying to force someone to be submissive against their will.
To me, rape means when two people do not have consensual sex, that one is maybe forcing another one to have it.
Rape is sexual actions that are performed without consent.
Yeah, any unwanted or non-consensual sex.
Rape is when a sexual act occurs that one person wants and the other person doesn't want to happen.
I think rape means any involuntary sexual act against any person without their consent.
I think rape is unwanted or unlawful sexual intercourse.
Full transparency that there's an agreement, a mutual agreement between both parties that both parties want to be involved in such an event.
Consent is when someone says that they want to do something.
I think consent is clear communication of welcoming an act.
A non-coerced yes that is not coerced by substance, by power, or by any other force.
People agree that they've come to this point in their friendship or relationship where they want to have a physical relationship.
Someone says yes.
My personal opinion is that a sober conversation between both parties, well prior to engaging in any kind of sexual activity.
Consent would I guess have to be where both people are definitely in agreement on what they want to do and also in the right frame of mind to make that decision.
Saying yes without any pressure or ultimatum behind it.
I think consent is a person acknowledging that they are willingly entering into a sexual relationship with the other person.
But I would say it's a high number of these events take place when there's alcohol present.
I think maybe 50%.
Please. Oof. 50%.
I would say about 80%, 90%.
75%, I think.
Wow, it would be a guess. 30%?
I would think that would be a high percentage. That would probably be, I don't know, maybe 75% or so.
And on that percentage is pretty high. I say like 60 or 70.
I would guess maybe 75% involve alcohol.
I would say that my sense is it's well under 50%. I could be mistaken, and my fear is that it's maybe below 25%.
I think the percentage is really low, so maybe 10%.
I would say 25%.
As I understand universally, I think it would be incredibly heartbreakingly discouragingly low.
I would say about half of them, 50%.
40%.
Oh gosh, I bet it's low. I bet it's only 10%.
I would think it'd be pretty low. I don't know, probably under 50%, I would think.
I imagine it's pretty low, like in 20s or 10s.
My guess is that about 40% would report their abuse.
I think that convictions are much lower than probably they should be for the seriousness of these crimes and what it does to the victims and the long-lasting effects it has on a victim.
Again, I think the number is low, but I don't know how low. So I'll say 10%.
Maybe 30%.
I would say maybe 30%.
20%, 25%.
10%, I'm willing to bet, again, only 10%.
So I would guess that would be, I don't know, I keep going with or easy numbers, 50% or lower probably of criminal charges.
Maybe like 30, 10 to 30.
I'd say less than 10% result in a criminal charge.